In the next 2 billion years that followed the formation of rocks like those in City of Rocks, Earth changed a lot. For example, the atmosphere was formed and it was filled with gases such as oxygen, hydrogen, and carbon dioxide. Also, continents start to come together and form supercontinents. Our next field stop takes us 500 million years way back in time, to a period that we call the Cambrian. 500 million years ago, the rocks that form Idaho were located in the western border of a supercontinent. Idaho, by then, was submerged underwater. But it is very important that we know that this supercontinent was located in the equator line. So Idaho was submerged underneath a tropical sea where the water was pretty warm. The rocks that were formed during that time in Idaho are sedimentary rocks. A sedimentary rock is a rock that is formed by the deposition of sediment grains transported by wind, ice, or water. This type of sedimentary rocks accumulated one on top of each other, which made the basement rocks, the very old rocks, to be covered by thick sedimentary layers. The sedimentary rocks in this place reveal how life was in the bottom of the sea. Right now we are at Spence Gulch in southeastern Idaho. We are standing on top of a 500 million years shale rock. Shale is a type of sedimentary rock. Shales form in the bottom of the sea. These rocks are commonly formed in layers, and often they contain fossils. This unit is very cool because it contains a lot of fossils. Let's check them. Awesome! The fossils that we can find in these types of rocks are fossils from animals that are now extinct, and these are called trilobites. Trilobites were invertebrate animals with hard shells. They are now extinct, but they left a huge amount of fossils in sedimentary rocks. And today, when looking at sedimentary rocks from that time, we can find fossils from these hard body parts. Trilobites had different varieties and sizes. They could measure from millimeters to even half a meter. But wait a minute, how can we find this fossil in here if we are nowhere near the sea? Well, actually 500 million years ago, Idaho was underwater. And actually, most of life on Earth lived underwater. 500 million years ago, a very important event took place on Earth. This event is called the Cambrian explosion. It is called an explosion because at this moment, a huge variety of life was formed. One of the most popular animals that used to live in the Cambrian Sea were the trilobites. There are different types of fossils that we can see in the sedimentary layer. Trilobites are body fossils as they are what remains of the body of an animal. But in sedimentary rocks, we can also see trace fossils or ichnofossils. An ichnofossil is not a fossil of the living thing itself, but of the trace that it produced. This is an ichnofossil. This ichnofossil was found in this Swan Lake quartzite, a rock that was formed 400 million years ago in the Ordovician. This ichnofossil shows us the trace that an animal left on the sediment when it lived in there. During the Cambrian time, Idaho was submerged underwater. The sediments, which accumulated on the top of the seafloor, form now sedimentary rocks, which contain a huge variety of fossils.